what does or what do you want your legacy to look like? Okay. When you're about, just imagine yourself drafting your eulogy. What do you want to be remembered for? What's that blank page? And when people think of you, even now or after we're gone, what is that legacy that we want to leave? And it's so important that we look at this tonight. We went over our mission statement. So our mission statement, if you remember, and it's also in your workbook, is the answers to these questions. You help. Who do you help? So let's say I help Christian women. 2, what do I help them do? I help them to discover, develop, and deploy their missions and assignments so they can effectively impact their circle of influence. And to wrap it up in a little visual, I'm like blank. Okay, who am I like? For me, the Lord has given me this picture of a warrior from the Renaissance or before, like Joan of Arc. Okay, I am like that, launching arrows of purpose. So when I tell you that, it brings an image in your mind. And this is what we've drafted. This is the mission. This is the filter that I do everything from. So I'm literally giving you like hands-on, what I've been learning, what I'm actually putting into play and giving it right back to you. So I want to talk about starting with the end in mind. Starting with the end in mind means that you have a clear understanding of your destination, of your landing zone. Okay. Let me show you this picture here. Can you see that? Mall of America. Have you ever been in a mall and you're looking at this picture and it says you are here, but you don't know where here is? Have you, it's like, how do you get over there where you want to go unless you know where you are? And that's what this whole phase 1 has been. Okay. Phase 1 is really getting you clear on where you are in the journey. And now it's exciting because we're about to take that next step of figuring out what is our LZ, our landing zone, or our destination. Does that sound good? Does that sound okay? So in the chat, which I may not be able to see right now, but I will look at it later, which one of these things would you say is your destination or your LZ? Becoming a best-selling author. Okay, so 1 is author. The second is coach or counselor. Okay, producing an income from that. The third one is creating a mentorship or a life-changing ministry. Okay. And the 4th is becoming a motivational speaker or influencer. So those are 4 pathways, so to speak. Okay, let me go over them again. So a best-selling author, an income-producing coach or counselor. The third one is a life-changing mentor ministry or a motivational speaker or influencer. Okay, so you can put them in the chat and I will look at them later because this will help me help you better by knowing this information. So the word says, without a vision, the people perish, right? This is a boy without a vision or just an adventuring spirit. Amen. This is a little bit like what we do in life when we've been on these ministry journeys. We are going in circles. We are not getting anywhere. We're trying to do all the things, right? We're trying to learn all these little pieces from here to there to there. and we're not putting them in a format that is directional, that is in a goal setting, that is prioritized. So this is what our ministry journey has looked like. If you can agree, just raise your hand, or if you can relate to this, like where you've been, where you've come from, a little bit like Billy's story, right? But then the word says this: above all else, guard your heart, for out of it flow the issues of life, or everything you do will flow from it. Amen. So here we are again. Your mission statement is like that guard on your heart. This is the filter. This is the filter that everything should flow through. And in order to complete your mission, this is so essential. Who are you? It tells you, and it really solidifies this in your spirit. Who are you and what do you do? What are you known for? What is that legacy you're going to leave? This is something that goes, it's more than head knowledge. It's more than what you have in your head. It is just soaked into your heart. You have it established. It is no longer just an idea, like it becomes you. You live it, you breathe it, you walk it, you talk it. Your hands. Now we're moving into your hands. This is when your hands are helping to form it and to shape it. And you're using everything you've done, everything you've been through, all the things that we've already covered is going to go into now what you're doing with your hands, so we can ultimately move it with our feet. It is a plan to advance your mission. It is a guide that will give you instruction. So when we lose our way, because I got to tell you, there's something called the shiny object syndrome. Have you ever heard of this? Okay, where you're good, you're doing good, you're staying on target, and all of a sudden it's like squirrel, squirrel. Oh, I need that. Oh, I need to get into this class. Oh, I need to learn this. Oh, I need to do that. And it is the biggest distraction, and it is the thing that I have been I'm thriving over. I'm not surviving it anymore. I'm thriving over. I've overcome that wall. Like I don't have enough time or energy to go chasing all the shiny objects. I need to stay on point. And this is where I'm helping you. I want to help you stay on point. That's why a coach, and not to say I'm not any better than anybody else, but what happens is I am invested. I am walking with you, sister. I am wanting you to succeed. This is what your template, your guide map, your roadmap, your guide, your instruction manual, it's a roadmap that leads you to your landing zone. So here we are. This is typically what happens. We sketch something and we have all the plans, we write it all out, and this is the idea in our heads. But our goal is to make it concrete. Okay, this is the blueprint and we want to make it concrete. And this is the way that we're doing it. This is one of the ways. It is so essential that I've learned, and I've learned this from my coach at Kingdom Builders, that you have a signature program. And developing a signature system is as easy as ABC. And I'm going to show you how. All right, I'll show you with my own system here. You can see that this might be familiar to you, and you may recognize this from your homework, okay? We started with the big why, your vision and mission. Then we went into mindset work, dismantling the border bullies. This is so essential. So this is in phase 1. Then we go to draft your blueprint, which is your who, your how, your what, all of those essentials of like really getting that game plan. The last couple times we talked about developing your M&Ms, which is your list of inventory. So what is that? Your money, your manpower, your materials, all the things that you need. Like if you were making a recipe, you have to get, right, the flour and the eggs and the chocolate chips and the cocoa, and you're putting all of this together before you even start to mix it up. And now we are on determining your destination. We're going to go into defining your steps and deploying your vehicle. So this is a roadmap that I'm using for you. So I want to go into how this is played out. Okay, I'm going to go into this next. The next thing is these are the ABCs. All you need is a plan that's unique to you. And this is Tamara Lowe's expert system, or her signature system. She delivers this ABC. This is what she teaches in her program. Okay. She shows you how to use whatever lane you're in, being an author, how to box your brilliance or like create your course. And this is basically what I'm really walking through with you today. How to use it in a coaching program, how, if you want to be a speaker, how to use it on stage or speaking engagements. E-commerce is really just about that. It's about using, instead of going in front of a church and speaking and teaching, now you're transferring that to an online course or a membership site. And then film and frequency is just that. This is even filming yourself, being that influencer. The frequency is you can be on radio, and this is all around a brand that you want to work with, right? But you gotta, again, start with the end in mind. And no matter where you are in tech, you can grow it and you can learn it better. And there's always new things that are being developed at our disposal, like Zoom. My very first Zoom was ridiculous. I've gotten to be a little bit more savvy on how to even just speak to the computer when I don't even see anybody else on the other side of the screen, and just being comfortable and at peace with knowing that this message is impacting. And think of the audience on the other side of the screen. That is the biggest advice that I can give you, in being sure of this message inside of you. So what I'm sure about right now is that you need your own special expert system to be able to deliver, to create your audience, to move your mission forward, because people want to know what you're about, right? What you focus on. So I want to just talk to you real quickly about how to do that. And next week, I'm going to unpackage it a little bit more concrete on what your signature system can look like and how to actually take it step by step in developing it. So there was a lot of foundation work I wanted to give you tonight of why looking at your legacy is so important to creating your foundational or your signature system or your signature program, your signature talk or your signature message. This is like the word signature, it's unique to you. No one can take it away from you. It is yours and fully yours to use and to really impact your audience with it. Now, it shouldn't be off center of your message, of who you are, of the legacy you want to leave. So if you have, okay, now I could look in the chat and then this will help me. Okay, great. You want to be Ellie, an income producing counselor. I love it. Very clear. This is getting you right in the crosshairs of your landing zone or your destination, right? A best-selling author, hand in hand with being a speaker. Yes, very good. And again, Tanya, best-selling author. So all of these are great. And there are tons of authors and coaches and counselors out there, but what sets them apart? So I want to give you the secret, okay? And this is what we're unpacking tonight. The secret is having that signature program, okay? It melds with your brand. And we're good. That's actually on phase 3, is we're going to be talking about all of the rest of that, a little bit of the shiny objects, okay? So your brand and how to incorporate that. But right now, I just want you to focus on have you ever given a talk? Have you, any of you, just, you can raise your hand or you can put it in the chat. Okay. And a talk that is so near and dear to your heart, right? And something that comes and flows out of you. If you're in an elevator and you start this conversation and they ask, what do you do? And you start talking and it like literally just like comes out of you like a faucet, right? You full on, this is what you talk about. This is what you're passionate about. These are clues to what your signature program should look like. But these are some things that you need to consider doing every day when you're developing your signature system, okay? And it really revolves around giving value. If you know John Maxwell, if you've heard of him, the biggest thing that he does is he values people. And that's what you got to keep on the other side of everything you do. You're seeing that person, you're seeing that audience that you're targeting, that audience, and it lights a fire inside of you. So every day, this is what you do. It is the foundation. You value people. You add value to them. The second thing is you think of ways to add value. Think of different ways, different avenues that you can give that value. And these are some things that, again, keep them in your mind. They'll help you jot down your signature program, okay? Look for opportunities, number 3. Look for opportunities that will add value to people. What are the different arenas they're in? What are the different places and spaces, right? Four is you are actually doing things that value people. You're surrounded, you surround yourself, again, through that filter of your vision, your mission, your statement that you're doing. You're filtering out things by doing the things that will advance your mission. So who are you around? Who are you near? Again, you're building value. And the fifth one is to encourage others. This is so big. Encourage others to give value. This is a bottom line foundation of Daughters United. It is that we are not trying to create, a big entity with a bunch of followers. That is not the model. The model is to build leaders who in turn will build leaders, okay? That is the model. We're done with, big box ministry. This is about empowering everyone to walk out that gift and that calling that's in their life.